Hallelujah, hama dzinodikana. It is a good thing to see you all. Yesterday I was talking of Isaiah 55, verse 8 to 10, where God was saying through a prophet Isaiah that my thoughts are not your thoughts, are different from your thoughts. The way how you see things is totally from the way how God sees things. This brings me to the issue of Comrade Geza at 8:30 p.m. yesterday. After listening to what Comrade Geza is an ordinary Zimbabwean citizen, it has brought me to ask you, as an ordinary Zimbabwean citizen, what's next? That's the question we need to begin to ask ourselves. What's next? What if today ZANU-PF manages to amend the constitution and extend the presidential limit and the parliamentary MPs limits? What's going to happen to Zimbabwe? It's not the idea of only talking every day, making a lot of noise without action, without even proper documentation that has to be done in defense of all these things. When we talk of action, we are not talking of violence. It's only that people of Zimbabwe, when you talk of action, people are overwhelmed with the idea of having violent demonstration or having violent protests. I'm not even talking of protest here, but I'm talking of the right thing that we as Zimbabwean citizens, we can do to exercise our constitutional right, in as much in the few months, few years, people were not allowed by the current government to demonstrate. Those who even wrote letters to ask permission because we are law-abiding citizens, but that were not granted unto them. But if ZANU-PF managed to change the constitution today, the question is, what next? We don't even have a vibrant political party, not even a vibrant political or a politician. You know, when we are talking of an opposition leader, we are talking somebody who stands for the people and who stands by the people, who exercise his right as a political opposition leader. But as far as we are concerned right now, it seems as if we don't have a political party that even if Zimbabwe is said to be going to the elections, there is no any political party that can be able to stand against ZANU-PF. And ZANU-PF right now is continuously enjoying, whilst opposition leaders are still quiet. Writing on Twitter, writing on Facebook, that's not the way to go. I'm simply asking you right now. I want you to use your common sense. I want you to use your logic. Kana zvikazinyika kwenda kuma elections nas 2018, remember, it's not very far. We are half through. We are halfway through 2025. This is May. June, tato pakati pegore. And 2025, it is going to sing just like that. Blessed, Comrade Blessed Geza, he's trying his level best, and the things that he's citing are the two things that the opposition leaders together united should have already come together, be one and stand. But instead, they are seriously divided. Corruption. Even the church has to speak against this corruption. But also the church is afraid of persecution. And not only persecution, I want to tell you something. ZANU-PF is very clever. Do you know from Robert Mugabe, there were serious abductions, there were serious killings during the period where Robert Mugabe was the president. But pakapinda vaMnangagwa, do you know what? Zvakamboda kuitika mazuva ekutanga. But right now, they are not abducting people. Kana varipo but vashoma is compared. They are not abducting people. They are not even killing people. Kanchiti killing people ndikureva nenzira dzatinoziva, kwete nenzira dzatisingazive. Let me explain. The current regime yakaona kuti killing people, abducting people, beating people will tarnish the image of the party and will tarnish the image of the president. So do you know what they have done? They are using money. They know that people are desperate for money. So they are using money. That's why you see Vachivayo came giving out people cars, especially those that are influenced. They are being given money. They are being given cars. This idea took to replace the former idea of abducting and killing people. Vakaona kuti waramba zvemota vanongokutsvagira kanyaya and they put you in prison for 3-4 months urimo. Then vakaona kuti wadhakwa wapera, they will release you. Now, my question is, what next? We need to use logic. In as much we are praying like Nehemiah. My points akataurwa naBaba Geza, kana opposition leaders vasina kumabata, then hatina kwatiri kuenda. My opposition leaders akasabatana, constitution ikangoitwa amended, then we are doomed. And those who claim to be politicians of the opposition, please, if they don't have another option, they must come out openly and allow other people. Because some other people, they cannot take the center stage. Why? Because vari kurespecta vamwe vagara varipo, so that we cannot divide people. Hazvisi kureva kuti hakuna vanhu vanogona kumutswa naMwari. Mwari vakatomutsa vamwe, vanotogona kumutsa vamwe vanhu. But the reason why they are vanhu pachine vanhu vari pamberi who are being offered, who are being respected, kuti no, this is their center stage. But if these people vakasabatana vese vama opposition leaders, right now vaNelson Chamisa havana party. He said he is resorting to national politics other than to parties and politics. But we don't have a opposition political party who is speaking out against all these things that Baba Geza is cited. A very good example, corruption. But instead, ZANU-PF yakangwara inobva yaenda kuvanhu secretly, Nicodemusly, and offer people monies. And people vakapiwa mari chavanofunga is their own personal tummies, their own personal lives, their own personal families. That's why muchiona opposition yakasquashwa. That's why muchiona opposition yakakitwa crippled. Vanhu vese vamuri kuona vese ma-opposition leaders vakanga vaine agenda yakanaka to oppose. And to oppose is not hachisi chivi. But vakashandisirwa mutactic neZANU. They were offered money. They took the money. That's the reason why they are so silent. Politics is politics. Just look at Uganda. Bobi Wine. Just look at Mozambique. Vanenzio Motlani. When he stood, kunyangwe zvake asina kuzotora nyika, kuzotonga nyika. Kunyangwe zvake, but what he stood for, at least matogets parish na haasi kubhadhara for such a time. Magetsi vanhu havasi kubhadhara magetsi for such a time. Anotengwa but there is kalimit karipo. Mvura vana havasi kubhadhara kuMozambique. I was there. They are not paying water. For such a time yavakataurana. This is a sign that there is opposition in the country. The moment you say you are carrying the burden for the nation, be prepared for persecution. You cannot be an opposition leader without persecution. That's not possible. That's not possible in any given country. Even America. Trump on a Trump chachaparala. That was persecution. So these opposition leaders, they must come together and unite. 2028 is not very far. That's point number one. Point number two, I'm telling you this, ZANU-PF will continue to be in power on these two accounts. Point number one, even by a change of leadership, it's ZANU-PF which is going to be in power. Point number two, even on a change of leadership from here up to 2028, particularly now 2028, ZANU-PF will remain in power. Why? Because right now we don't have a serious political opposition party that is laying the ground for 2020, that is preparing for 2028. Point number three, if the amendment of the constitution, it still stands that ZANU-PF will be in power. So my question to you is what's next? In as much Baba Geza, varikuita, javarikuita, iwewe is a Zimbabwean citizen with the funga, what's next? What are we going to do? Are we going to have all these opposition leaders come together? Just two, corruption and the amendment of the constitution. Zvingadei zvisingatotaurwa navageza, zvingadei zvakatanga kutaurwa nema-opposition. But because opposition leaders whom you believe in, most of them have been bought by ZANU-PF, henceforth that's why they are silent. It is so said that people don't want to hear the truth. But I, the bishop of this modern day church in Zimbabwe, I will tell you the truth. Most of 3/4 of opposition leaders in Zimbabwe, Lakatengwa. That's the reason why they are silent. They are silent. ZANU-PF is no longer beating and killing people that it used to do. It has changed its narrative to promote its name, to promote its brand. How are they doing it? By giving people cars and money. Apiwa mari anonyarara, apiwa mari mota anonyarara, apiwa mari mota anonyarara. And they target vanhu vamunotenda stereki, vamunoda stereki. They will target them. They are given cars. Of the recent, Dr. Ian Love was given cars. I pray that God continue to use him. But this is the honest truth. Zvirikutaurwa nababa Geza zvingadai zvaitaurwa neopposition. Opposition ingadai ichitorova maoko ichitenda Mwari kuti Mwari tazoona kubata kwenyu. You are right on the move. Hataifungira kuti nyaya idzi taidzigona tega, but matimutsira munhu anga ari muZANU-PF political member. Saka isusu Mwari takuchitaura nesimba, but instead they are all quiet. What's next for Zimbabwe? May God bless you.